Learning to read at an early age offers numerous advantages for the child once he or she begins school. It is therefore not surprising that teaching young children to read is becoming a priority for many parents. When it comes to teaching children to read, there are two main teaching methods. These two main teaching methods are the whole word or whole language method and the phonetic or phonics approach method. Some prefer the whole language method, while others use the phonics approach, and there are also educators that use a mix of different approaches. But who is right? In this video, we're going to talk about both methods so you can understand the differences and make up your own mind. The look-say approach of whole language learning relies on what are called sight words. This method basically consists of getting children to memorize lists of words and teaching them various strategies of figuring out the text from a series of clues. In our opinion, the whole language method produces inaccurate and poor readers compared to students of the phonetic approach. Using the whole word approach, English is being taught as an ideographic language, such as Chinese. One of the biggest arguments from whole language advocates is that teaching to read using phonics breaks up the words into letters and syllables which have no actual meaning. Yet, they fail to acknowledge that once the child is able to decode the word, they are able to actually read that entire word, pronounce it, and understand its meaning. So in practicality, this is a very weak argument. On the other hand, unlike Chinese, English is an alphabetic system. This means the letters of the English alphabet are not ideograms like Chinese characters are. An ideogram is a graphic symbol that represents an idea or a concept. Simply put, ideograms are like logos. So, you could say that in the Chinese language you need to teach children to memorize logos and the meaning of each of them. It is not logic to think that English should be taught using an ideographic approach. We don't want to mention any names here, but I think most parents are probably aware of very popular reading programs which use a whole word approach. Using this method, your child simply learns to memorize the words. Think of the example of the logos we used before without actually reading the words. Besides, there is no scientific evidence to suggest that teaching your child to read using the whole word approach is an effective method. However, there are large numbers of studies which have consistently stated that teaching children to read using phonemic awareness is a highly effective method. According to a statement made by the U.S. National Reading Panel, teaching phonemic awareness to children significantly improves their reading more than instruction that lacks any attention to phonemic awareness. In our opinion, the debate on the effectiveness of teaching children to read using either the whole language or phonics method is settled by the statements made by the National Reading Panel. They reviewed over 1,900 different studies to make their conclusions. We are well aware that the whole word teaching approach is extremely popular and is being heavily marketed. But think about it, your child is not reading but memorizing instead. How is your child supposed to read newer, more complicated words as he or she grows older without an appropriate method of decoding those words? Methods based around phonemic awareness make much more sense from our point of view. When you teach your child phonemic awareness, you're setting the foundation for later independent reading. In short, phonemic awareness is the ability to identify the different individual sounds that form words. These individual sounds are called phonemes. For example, the word cat is composed of the following phonemes: k, a, t. A child with phonemic awareness not only has a knowledge of the letters, but also the sounds that the letters make and how these letter sounds combine to form words. The child will be able to recognize the individual sounds that make up words and know that new words are created when new sounds are added or replaced. She or he will know that the word cat is made up of the sounds k, a, t. But he will also know that by replacing the k sound with the h sound, you make up a new word, hat. She or he will know that by adding a new individual sound, s, you get the word cats. Phonemic awareness is not something you're naturally born with. It is actually something that needs to be taught. Believe it or not, even some adults struggle with phonemic awareness. Phonics and phonemic awareness is better taught from an early age, so it becomes a second nature to the child. If you're looking for reading programs or resources to teach your child phonemic awareness, have a look at the links we left on the description of the video. We have also created other videos where we share useful tips on how to help children develop phonemic awareness from an early age. If you have found value from this video, we kindly ask you to like the video so this information can reach and help more people. If you like this type of content and are looking for resources and information to teach your child to read, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. You will be notified when we publish new videos.